I want to be home and stay home and, wake up every morning in the same house and think I already did my time traveling.
Every week, we hit the road to tell the stories of the people, places, and events that make Hunt County great. These are our friends and our neighbors telling their own stories in their own words. Stories worth knowing and sharing. These are the stories that make us proud to call this place home. And around every corner, we find something else that makes us want to celebrate Hunt County. This program would not be possible without the support of our generous sponsors. Thank you.
So what brought me to Hunt County, it was my dad. We moved here in the early 90s from Las Vegas, Nevada. And the reason we came here because the lions and tigers weren't allowed in city limits. And growing up around them, for me, they were just like a pet. And every kid wants to be like their dad when they grow older, right? So at that time, he was riding. The first time I rode a motorcycle, I think I was probably like 6. And then eventually we just started doing it together. And then the first time I did the Globe of Death, professionally, I was 17. But I've been practicing since I was like 13. I get scared more now than I did when I was younger. When I was younger, I was like, whatever. And now, obviously, I'm older and it hurts a lot more now. And but now I get nervous if the weather or if it's raining or something's uneven. We've had many accidents, too many to count, but the worst one we had was back in 2015. I ended up breaking a rib and breaking my hand in 7 places. Well, the main thing is just try not to run into each other. And there's no signal lights, there's no way to guide each other once we're in there. Everything has to be talked about beforehand. It's almost always the bike's fault. You get a flat tire, the chain comes off, and then if something messes up in there and somebody goes too fast and the other person's too slow is usually when you collide. To set up the globe, it takes about 2 hours to put it up and about an hour and a half, 2 hours to take it down. And everything assembles on top of a cart and it just rolls away. And but yeah, usually we set it up if, let's say if we're going to practice a big show with 4 motorcycles and it's new riders, then we would set it up for that. I do more Harley events, bike rallies, fairs, festivals, and stuff like that. Once we're done with our show, wherever it's at, we pack it up, we put it in the trailer, and it'll stay there until we have the next show, and then we take it back out. Well, my wife thinks about it. Ever when we first got together, she never liked it. She thinks it's really scary. Sometimes she doesn't even watch it. And then my daughter thinks it's pretty cool. So that's the only reason I still do it now. I've been Spain, Holland, France, Taiwan, Japan. We went to Hawaii. I like Greenville because I grew up here and then all my friends and family are here. I still have friends from school here that I talk to. I want to be home and stay home and, wake up every morning in the same house and think I already did my time traveling. Now I have my daughter, she's in school. And so I enjoy being home. The most rewarding for me, I guess, is the little kids when they come up after the show. Yeah, they think like you're a movie star and take pictures on the bike and they'll sit there and talk about their bikes and their clothes and their helmets, and I think that's pretty cool. I am Johnny Obando and I celebrate Hunt County.
If you liked this story, help us celebrate by sharing it with your friends and family. Our stories appear on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and cable TV on Juice 34. You can also find us online at celebratehuntcounty.com. If you'd like to suggest someone to feature in our program, email your idea to stories@celebratehuntcounty.com. We also want to thank our sponsors for making our storytelling possible. We hope you'll support the hometown businesses that keep Hunt County strong.
Family is very important to us, and that's why we wanted to bring family to our business.
We tell folks that at Home Texas Real Estate, we work as a team and we're all working together to try to sell your house, or we're all working together to help you find the right one that you want to buy.
With At Home Texas Real Estate, it's our family helping your family.